guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Justin Wolf. I'm a landscape photographer based out of New Braunfels, Texas. Today we're up in Wimberley. We're at the Blue Hole Regional Park. We're up here in the middle of the day, you know, about 2.5–3 hours before sunset, hoping to get some nice golden hour light here before we move over to our second location for the night and finish off with hopefully what might be a nice sunset. Last night it was pretty okay. I came out here to kind of scope it out. I was trying to film a video back then. Did not turn out well, so I scrapped it. I said, all right, you know what, I'm gonna come back tomorrow when I'm not tired, when I'm not hungry, and we'll get some better content for you guys, picture-wise and video-wise. So we're gonna head down here to the stream, Cypress Creek, get set up and see if we can make some cool pictures happen. So let's do it. I'm right here in the middle of the Blue Hole Regional Park. It's one of the most popular attractions here in the summer. Now, the park doesn't officially open until May 1st, and that's when you can go swimming here. So right now, it's April 3rd, I believe. So just about a month out, and I am thankful for that because during the summer, this is just going to be busy. As you can see, the trees here are absolutely massive. For me, I'm 6'1", and that tree's probably like 10 times my size, 20 times my size. I don't know. But so right on the other side of those trees is a river that has a really dope reflection. We're gonna get some shots there. Like I said, I was here last night, struggling on time, struggling on composition, but I think I'm gonna get something that works tonight. So with any luck, let's get it. All right, guys, so here's kind of a more detailed shot. As you can see behind me here, the river is actually really gorgeous right now, and the trees are kind of coming out of their winter hibernation where they were all just twiggy. You know, it kind of froze over here in Texas, which is ironic. It's Texas, but it did freeze. And all the trees just, you know, they lose their leaves in the winter time, but we're starting to get that new spring life coming back. We're about 2 weeks into spring, so you know, I'm not expecting the coolest textures here, but at least we're getting green and it's not super crowded. So what I'll do is I'm gonna start lining up a composition. I'm gonna go right over this fence here. Well, Justin from the future here, actually don't listen to me. We're not hopping over this fence. I got yelled at by a park ranger, so if you come here, you know, stay on the dock. Hop down on the base of this tree and shoot right down. There's a group of 3 or 4 trees lined up with the reflection, I think on a nice 100 millimeter shot. Nice telephoto, we might get something kind of cool. So I'm gonna go ahead, pull the good old camera out and see if we can't get to cooking here. So hey, let me get to it. I'm gonna be careful here. It's kind of weird because the tree is carved out a nice little crevice for me to sit in here, where I don't think that's kind of sad. You gotta watch your step. So as you can see, I'm below deck level. And the shot I haven't you know, envisioned here is just right down here. I gotta get the tripod set up, but do this carefully. The last thing I would want to do is go ahead and fall into the river with about $2,500 on me in my backpack. That would not be fun. No bueno. I don't really throw photo tantrums a whole lot, but that would be the day that does it for me. What's up? Yeah, so if you can't tell by now, that's the face of Justin getting scolded by a park ranger. I was just like, all right, whatever. All right. So I can't be on the side of it, but my camera tripod can. Word. You know what? She said I can't be on the other side of it. It's all good. State park's got to do what the state park's gonna do. But I think it's kind of a little morbid. You can swing off here in the summer with the chain, but you can't sit right there. You know, when there's no one out here. So I don't know, man. I don't know. And of course, that's going to actually challenge my composition. Yeah, I'm going to have to set up over here now. All right, we'll see how this works. Let's get the camera out. You know what? That's going to work out. Look at that. We're getting some nice, honestly, some nice highlight right here. So, all right, Justin, we got to scram. Imagine I just throw my lens cover into the water. I would not be happy. I'll show you the composition I'm going here in a second. Alrighty guys, so here you can see the shot I have composed up. I'm currently focused on this tree on the right. And I'm not sure if I'm going to end up going with that. I'm right at 135 millimeters. I'm going to take this shot as it is right now. I like the light coming through. If you can see, it's right here on the trees. It's kind of painting through, so you get a nice contrast between shadow and light. I always like that in my images. You know, you can have a nice composition, but if it's all gray outside or all sunny outside, you know, kind of take away from it. So with this unique lighting, I'm going to take that shot. So I focus on this tree, and of course the background trees are going to be slightly out of focus. So before I commit to another composition, I'm going to take one for the back here, get that shot to go off real quick. And I think I'm going to recompose in a second here just to be certain I don't miss this. So as I was saying earlier, guys, you'll notice this. Look at the difference between just the dull overcast lighting and when the sun breaks through. I mean, it takes the whole scene and completely changes the look of it. The greens in the background are more vibrant. The overall contrast just between everything is crazy. So what I did here is I went ahead and adjusted the shot just a little bit. I'm gonna have to re-level here. So I'll show you what I'm working with. We're gonna take the shot and put the tree on the right a little bit further towards the center. You will notice I have a little bit of, I guess it's a ladder to get in and out of the water. So that's gonna have to be in the shot. I'm gonna end up cropping it out, do my best to get it out of the shot. But I think right there, that feels pretty good. And I go off of what feels good. So I think that's gonna be the shot there. So focus one on the foreground. Take that. I'll go ahead and focus one shot on the background and take that. If that shot's any good, here it is. Okay, so I think I got what I wanted to get done here, you know, looking down with the telephoto. I'm gonna focus on something wide angle here, maybe get a starburst going on. There's a lot of detail here in the ground with the trees and all that, so I'm sure there's a shot here. I'm just gonna watch out my composition because this is a popular spot and I don't want to be a copycat. Of course, I haven't looked at any other people's pictures from here, just kind of got the general layout. But what I'll do is probably walk a dock down, put the 24 to 70 millimeter on, stop down like f/16/22, and hopefully get a nice little crystal clear water with a starburst, with the sun be contrasty. So let's get to it. Okay guys, so I kind of lied when I said I was going to do a wide angle shot. I did spot something right here. You see that tree where it's kind of just arced up at a really unusual angle. I love how it's framed. We got all the cypress trees on each side just kind of aiming right down and focusing right on the tree, so it kind of leads your eye right up to it. And the cool angle we have with the reflection, I think there's one more shot here that the old 1:400 is gonna do us good with. So let me hop that on the tripod here, get that set up, and I'll show you what I'm working with. Woo, baby, I love how the shot's coming out. This is actually gonna be super clean, super clean. So I hope you guys can see that there on the screen, what we're working with. I'm shooting right down to the middle of it. I'm focused right here on the middle of the tree, and I have it placed pretty much split the image 50-50, and the top 60% of the frame is the tree, and the bottom 40% is the reflection. So I'm currently set up here on f11 ISO 100. Right at 100 millimeters. I'm shooting vertical, obviously. 1/5 of a second, got the 2-second timer on. Take the shot. Beautiful. And I actually might stop this down a little bit longer. So 1/4 of a second, f14 ISO 64. And that's the shot. If it's any good, I'll throw it up on screen here. Honestly, guys, I think that's going to summarize telephotos from this location. so that location is coming to a close. I know I keep toying with the idea of like a 24-70, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought at first that was a good idea. Don't get me wrong, I know I'm kind of been using my 1-400 a lot, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But to be honest, guys, like, I'm not seeing a 24-70, just a wide angle shot in general here, even ultra wide, like 14 millimeters. You know, so what I'm thinking about doing is honestly moving to a totally different spot altogether. We still have about 2 hours of light left, and I would hate to use it all up in one spot, especially when I was here last night. So if I let you down by not using a wide angle here, I am wholeheartedly apologize, but I honestly think I'm happy with the 2 or 3 shots I've gotten already, and I don't want to waste my time. Wimberley is about 30 minutes away from me, so it's not like I can't come back here. I just want to make the most of today and the lighting we have. It's not often you get sunsets in Texas with these these thunderstorm clouds, really textured, and when the light goes down, it just kind of pops on them. So I want to make sure I'm in an area where, as beautiful as this is, I'm surrounded by trees pretty much everywhere, so I don't get a good look at the sky, especially for sunset. This location worked out great because we had the trees with the shadows and the contrast, and it made the green pop, and it really brought the textures and the look of the bark out. But for sunset, I think we're gonna have to try to find something a little more unique, that has a better view of the sky. So let's go ahead and head back to the car and see where we end up. So me and the girlfriend made it back to the truck, and oh my gosh, the thing about Texas right now, with it not being winter anymore, starting to become summer, it's 86 degrees and like 100% humid. Okay, it's not 100% humid, but I'm originally a Cali boy, bro. I don't do humidity. But yeah, anyways, we're going to get out of here, move on to the next spot, which is either going to be between the swimming hole, or you remember that bridge we drove over? Sure. You went there with me before. It's right there on the water. Yeah, so there's a bridge that you if you're coming up from San Marcos, drive through Wimberley. There's a bridge that goes over this lake. I say lake, this river, dried up creek almost, and I think that could be a cool sunset spot. And right before that is a massive bluebonnet field. So decisions. We're gonna go ahead and see where we end up. Let's get out of here. I hope that's something I can rock on. Well, guys, I made it to the next spot here, and I actually think I'm about 150 feet downstream from where I want to be. As you can probably see, there's these cool rock formations. This is like the bottom of a river. Shocker. I mean, my gosh. And it's honestly stuff like this that I find kind of fun to shoot, because like I said, look at the location we're in. We got some cool colors going on behind me. We've got a nice little river, a little stream, some trees, and I'm over here shooting the what's underwater. All right, guys, so for the shot I'm going with now, it's completely unexpected from the scene we're in. I mean, we got sunset going off behind us. We got an epic river, but we got a river here with some cool rock structures, and I'm over here taking a picture of some underwater seaweed and some rock formations. Crazy, but that's the world we live in. If you can't tell, I am currently focusing on this patch of grass in the water. I like the rock formations, and the water is creating a nice texture as it glides over. Now, it's only a couple inches deep here, so it's really, if you look in the back of my screen here, it's creating a cool texture on the wave, or on the rocks, almost like a wave, right? Kind of rippling through. So I'm focusing right here on the rock. If you look at here, I got this perfectly in focus here, just using autofocus, set it to manual. I set the middle of the rock kind of right here on the third, on the left side of the screen, and left some blank space for the green to kind of wrap its way around. I'm currently shooting at about 68 millimeters right now. and the settings are 1/10 of a second, f5, ISO 32, and that's the shot we're getting. Now here's the thing, if I stop the exposure down a little bit more, so let's say I do like half a second at ISO 100 or 32, f9, you're gonna see it blurs out the water quite a bit. Now this is cool and all for the look of the surface, but if we go back here and look at the replay, the leaves lose all their detail. And that's a problem, especially if you're going to be looking at this on a print or on the wallpaper, or if I crop in, I'm losing all the sharpness in here. And on the other hand, let's say I stop down to 1/20th of a second and take a picture. I can freeze the motion, but I kind of get some, I kind of just freeze the ripple. So I'm trying to find something right here in the middle. So I think like 1/10 of a second or something right about there is giving me a little bit of smoothness in the water, but actually the details in the plants aren't, you know, getting too smeared out. So we'll have to see, play around with that for a little bit. But that's the composition, that's the shot. I'm afraid that is probably going to conclude today's photography adventure. We're gonna head back to the truck now before the mosquitoes really eat us alive out here on this stagnant water. So if you made it this far, thanks for hanging around. We're not quite finished, but I won't blame you if you click off yet. I do have some information for you if you stick around though. So let's go ahead and get out of here. Talk to you in a second. Well guys, I'm all packed up. Me and the lady are, you know, wandering back up to the truck. We had to come through all this thicket, so, you know, that's part of the fun of photography. You go through all this endeavor to get to the location, and then you got to undo that on the way back. So it's not too late, not too dark. We're gonna get a head start before it becomes too late and too dark. But anyways guys, thanks for sticking around. I think this is episode 77 of the landscape photography series I've been doing. So if that's actually true, man, 77 episodes in, or at least 77 videos. You can go through and find a bunch of my old stuff from when I was like 14 years old pushing out content. But basically guys, today was a pretty fun day. It was definitely stressful for me. I came out here yesterday, as I said in the beginning of the video, and I just completely gave up. I was hungry, I was tired. Actually, I just got off of work when I headed out there, and you know, just wasn't in the mindset for it. Today, I was prepared a little better. Of course, the conditions I had imagined were a little bit greater than the scene and the landscape provided today. But with that being said, I think the compositions I kind of had created up, and you know, I think they turned out pretty good, not gonna lie. But anyways, I just want to say, if you guys are interested in giving me some support, my website is now up. I have it linked in the description. You might be able to click on it right here if I can figure out how to do that. But I have some prints for sale if you guys would be interested in buying an original Justin Wolf. Hey man, I don't know, they're limited. So if you see something on there you like, or just want to go scroll through my website and give it a gaze, like I said, link in the description. But anyways, yeah, so thanks for sticking around guys. I appreciate it. If you want to support me, give a like, comment, let me know what you thought. If you enjoyed the shots, you can find them on my Instagram right here. But yeah guys, until next time, we out. God bless y'all.